Good morning. Welcome to day 5 of the summer body reset, your metabolism. Yay! Awesome. So excited to see you all here. All right, so we have learned so many things, great things, which is awesome. I hope they've been really good and exciting for you. And today I want to cover one of the things that really got me on the natural health path, and that is I was under so much stress for a long time running my businesses that I totally destroyed my health. I mean, almost. It came super close. And I mean, when we don't pay really close attention to what we're doing as far as for ourselves, oh my goodness, it can be really bad, really bad. And so today I want to talk about mindset and stress management. I mean, might be kind of like, yeah, I've heard this before, but you know what? It is super important. At least if you have this in your toolbox, then when you go forward and you start noticing that you're becoming a victim to the stress that you have or could potentially have, now you know what to do about it, right? Okay, so one thing we can never do is we can never expect a stress-free life. I mean, that just doesn't happen. There's so many things going on and so many people in our lives. You know, we have jobs, we have families, we have friends, and guess what? We're never going to live stress-free, but it's how we respond to what's going on around us that will make a huge difference. So one of the things that I came across a while back, and I thought this was really interesting, and it's like, control what you can and let go of the rest. And that really made a huge impact on me, because I don't try to control people so much, but I know some people that do. They have to control everything, everyone, every situation. And that just sets you up for a super frustrating life. It does. So when you think about controlling what you can and then releasing everything else, that frees you up so much, not even funny. Okay, so what can you control? You can control what you eat. Yes, you can. Yay. Yeah. You can control what time you wake up in the morning so that you have time to do the things before you start your day. You can control what time you go to bed so that you can make sure you get enough sleep. You can control if you exercise or not. Well, you make that decision, right? You either work it in your day or you don't. You can also control somewhat, not 100%, but a lot of the time you can control the toxins that you're exposed to. You can use better things on your body, better cleaners in your house. Sometimes when you go out and you're driving or you're, in someone else's house, maybe you can't control some of that, but at least most of the time, like when you're at your home or in your office or in your car, not to use those car air freshener things. Terrible for you, And so you can really control reducing your toxic exposure, which is going to help your health and your hormones over time so much it's not even funny. Another thing that you can control is when you decide to take supplements, natural supplements, take good quality ones. Don't just go to Costco and buy the cheapest great big huge bottle, because that company might not have a really good product. It might be rancid, it might be subpar. So when you're gonna take supplements, research it a little bit and take really good ones. I'd rather have you take less super good high quality supplements than a whole bunch that are crappy and really could be contaminated and doing more harm than good. Another thing that you can control, and I recently read a book about this, is breathing. How, us Westerners, we don't know how to breathe, and we're always breathing from up here in our chest, and it's been interesting, and I've been trying to work kind of into a routine of learning how to breathe, but learning how to breathe more from down here, so when you breathe in, you expand your belly area. So it kind of is like this. Because you see it didn't move up here, it's down here. But learning how to breathe is going to make a huge difference, because when we come up against tough situations or we're having a stressful day, if we're continually having even a 5-minute routine every day on breathing exercises, then our body will be able to more revert to that good breathing technique, and our body responds to breath and to oxygen quickly. And when we breathe shallow and up here, it's kind of like we live in fight or flight more. If we're breathing down here, then our body can respond. We have a better response to what's going on instead of reacting to what's going on. So, just even take a couple minutes and practice that. Put your hand here and put another hand on your belly, and just notice if your chest is moving up or if your belly is moving out, and work on bringing air down into your belly area. Like that. And expanding, because it's good to work all of these muscles and get them to loosen up and expand, because if we don't use them properly, they get tight, and then it's harder for us to really take a good deep breath. Have you ever noticed that? If you breathe shallow a lot and then you try to take a deep breath, you're like, oh, I can't take a very deep breath. Well, that's why you have to, kind of work those muscles and stretch them and get them strong again. So proper breathing, super important. Will reduce our stress and help our mindset. Another thing is how we respond to people and situations. It's good to, when we're up against something, if you can, take a moment or a minute, even if you have to say, oh, excuse me for just a second, go to the restroom, go, I don't know, pretend like you're on a phone call. Give yourself a moment to breathe and just kind of get some perspective before you just respond, especially if you're a quick reactor. Because if you react quickly, you may regret what you just said, and that sucks. I hate it when I say something I regret. When if I would have just thought about it for another 10 seconds, I would have rephrased it and it would have been more gentle or more appropriate. And so, whenever you're up against something that's really crazy, just say, hey, I need a minute, and go take a breath, take a moment, and get some perspective on how you really want to respond to that situation before you just quickly react and could potentially regret what you just said. All right, another thing that is really great for stress and for our mindset is meditation. And I don't know how many of you are doing that every day. I would love to know. It doesn't have to be long drawn out. You don't have to be super educated on it, but simply just close your eyes, be in a nice quiet spot, and just kind of count your breaths or just breathe, listen to a clock ticking or something, and just spend 5 or 10 minutes just with your eyes closed, not concentrating really on anything. If you concentrate on something like a certain little sound, that will help you, divert your attention from all the craziness that, you may be experiencing, but just allowing yourself to have that inward time. And you'll get to where, honestly, you love it and you crave it and you need it. And it will give you perspective. It will give you stress relief. It will really foster good, help you create new neural networks. When we don't allow ourselves to be in possibility of new things coming or new things, us being aware of new things, or if we don't allow ourselves to be in possibility, then our lives get really boring and humdrum, and we get in ruts easier. And when we can take time to meditate and just relax and soften our minds, we can be open to more possibility, open to new experiences, open to new things. And if we're always just running in the same pattern, we're not open to that. So just give yourself a little bit of time to open yourself up to new possibilities, to new ideas, to new creativity. And you can really do that through taking a few minutes and just meditating or just breathing, closing your eyes and allowing the world to go by for just a few minutes. It is yummy. We'll love it. And another thing I like to do is I like to have some goals or intentions that I set. I set them monthly and quarterly, sometimes yearly, and even in the morning, I like to set an intention for my day. And when I do this, my day goes so much better. I mean, not setting your intention for the day is kind of like, it's kind of like a crapshoot. It's like anything can just come at you. But when you set an intention, like, today I'm going to have a great, fun, happy day, and I'm going to be so effective at my coaching or at my work or at my job, and I'm going to interact with people in a loving manner, and I'm going to be surprised by the miracles that happen in my life today. When we do things like that, it opens us up to so much more possibility again, and happiness. And it's just kind of like we're telling ourselves, we're telling God, we're telling the universe, we're telling just everything, hey, I'm here to serve, and I'm here to be happy, and I'm here to really bring my best forth in this world. And I mean, when I do that, and some days I even forget, and I hate it when I do, because then I'll notice, God, why is my day kind of so rough? And it's like, oh, I didn't take time to set a little, intention for my day. And and this is especially important when I am a pharmacist, and when I do work in a pharmacy, if I don't set my intention for the day, wow, stuff can go haywire. It's like I'll have, problems and issues and stuff. And where if I set my intention that, things are going to run smoothly, or as smoothly as they can, and people are going to interact graciously with me and things like that, oh my gosh, my day goes so much better. It is phenomenal. Try it. I would love you to try it and then give me feedback on it. It's awesome. And another thing that I've noticed, just to keep, happiness is a big thing, right? You get people like, I'm not happy, or, you can just tell. I mean, you know how many prescriptions we fill for psychoactive medicines, antidepressant medicines, because, people aren't happy, they're depressed, they feel like crap. And, every day I have to work on my mindset too. I don't just always pop out of bed, yay, I'm so happy, I just can't stand it. I mean, we have to work on it, right? And it's a choice. I choose to be happy today. I choose to be happy at least as much as I can. And then doing things, to work on our mindset. I have certain books that I like to read. I have certain audios that I like to listen to, like when I walk or jog, I'll put those on. And sometimes it's really good music, uplifting music. But working on your mindset every day will be phenomenal. We can't expect other people and other things and other situations to always bring us happiness. It's important to find happiness unconditionally and be happy no matter if this person yells at me, and be happy no matter, this person pulled out in front of me, or, maybe somebody canceled on you and they're not going to go to dinner with you. Well, there's so many things and situations that if we allow our emotions and our happiness to be based upon them and those things, you're never going to be happy, ever. I mean, seriously. So guess what? We have to find an inner happiness. It's kind of like, I'm happy because the sun rose today. I am happy because, I don't know, because I'm alive. And when we just can, try to get a handle on that, and then work on our mindset, do things that bring happiness, listen to things, watch things, read, do mindset things. Oh, it's gonna help give you that boost and make sure you don't get in those ruts. If you get in a rut, it won't be as long. There's another really cool thing too. I haven't done this extensively, but when I do it, I'm always blown away. And it's called tapping. And we have certain acupuncture points that when we tap on them, they help signal to our body to help release energetic blockages. And the thing that's cool is, I used to think you had to do the whole sequence just right, all these spots like right here and here. And come to find out, if you just pick a spot like right here and just tap and just be like, God, I'm so upset today. I just don't know why this is so out of control. I don't know why this situation happened. And just kind of talk it out and let the emotions come out and just, and just tap. And if it gets kind of sore and tender, go to the next spot, and or right here. And if you just tap on a spot for a while and just go through whatever it is, feel the emotions, cry if you have to, pretty soon you'll be like, wow, that was interesting. And okay, and then all of a sudden you're like ready to just like go after whatever you need to do. It will help get you motivated, get you moving. But try it. It works. You don't even have to do, the whole exact sequence, which was cool because I'm like, oh, I'm not trained in it. I don't know how to exactly do all those little statements that they do. My coach taught me, just pick a spot, tap on it, and just, start talking out loud about what the heck's going on. And then pretty soon you go from, the emotional, whatever it is, and then you start kind of like coming around to like all these good positive aspects, and then pretty soon you're like, boom, you're on fire, you're making those phone calls, those connections, you're sending those emails, or, you're happy, you're ready to rock. And it's huge. Try it out. It is awesome. There's tons of YouTube videos on it too. That's what's cool if you're not familiar with it, YouTube, woohoo, it's awesome. All right, so, take time daily. It doesn't have to be a lot of time, but when you wake up just a little extra early in the morning, you can get in a little exercise, a little mindset work, a little meditation. Giving yourself this time in the morning before the day starts, before your family is up, will absolutely give you that cutting edge that you need, that you want, and that you've been craving for so long. One of the things that I love is I love to be at my peak performance. Doesn't always happen, but I have helped give you a ton of tools that will help you reduce your stress, reduce toxic exposure, get into exercise, start reducing your inflammation so that you can feel better. And when you start looking better and feeling better, you perform, you're able to live your purpose in this life. Isn't that what it's all about? We're put here to do something, whatever it is. And when you can look and feel and just give your best, there's just nothing better than that to me. I mean, right? Because how many times have we seen, people, they get so sick or injured and they can't, they're confined. They can't do anything. And when we have bodies that are at least, at some point good enough, we start, taking these ideas and these concepts and applying them, healing and getting cleaner cells and better bodies, then guess what? We can help those people that are not able to do it for themselves. And I mean, I would love to hear what your passions are, what you love to do. And if you're not able to do them, let me know. Let's work together, because giving your gifts in this world, there's nothing better than that. And detoxifying, reducing inflammation will help keep you healthy, prevent disease, reverse it if you have it. We've had people reverse diabetes, reverse autoimmune disorders, get their life back, get their happiness back, get their health handled so that they can go have fun and do things. So I love you. Thank you for sharing this time with me. This has been so awesome. I hope that you love this information. Use it. Give me feedback and let me see if I quickly have a question. Okay, so I have a comment from someone on the webcast, which is really cool. And she says, Kathy, I started meditating every day for the last 2 months, and it has been transforming. I love that. When I started meditating very regularly, almost every day, I miss it once in a while, but not very often. 2 years ago, that's when I started a new business, ramped up my coaching business, and decided to take more control of my own life, right? And just like for Julie, I mean, oh my gosh, right? You can transform your life in something as simple as, meditating even for 5 minutes a day, because you'll start giving back to your body. When you give to you first, then you can give so much more to your family, to your work, to your friends, and to the world. Have a great day. I love you.